Hey everybody, it's Harold from Living in the Hill Country. Happy Memorial's Day to you. That's right, we're going to get the smoker fired up today. Cook us a pork loin. Let's get into this. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right here in the Hill Country of Texas. So today we're going to attack pork loin. What I have here is about a 10-pound pork loin, and I've never smoked a pork loin yet, so this is all trial and error for me, but I've watched some YouTube videos and I think that maybe I could probably attack this. Now, I'm going to inject this and then season the outside of it. Just because of the fact that, you know, pork has a tendency to be a little bit dry. So I have two different injectors, or seasoned injectors. I have Cajun style butter that I'm going to be using, and I also have roasted garlic and herb I'm going to be using. Now, I'm not going to inject it throughout the whole thing. I'm going to cut this pork loin in half, and we're going to do it that way. So let me get this thing cut in half here, give or take. Okay, so all right, so we got the cut in half there. I'm going to go ahead, I should have done that on the cutting board, but we'll put that over here. This is the meaty side of it, as you can tell. It does have the nice fat here, and then this other one here is more of the tail end of it, I guess, has the fat end there. Now we're going to be smoking these, of course, fat side up, but first of all, we need to get these injected and then seasoned up. Washing my hands here. Okay, so what we're going to do here first, I think with the meaty side, I think we're going to go with the roasted garlic and herb. That's what we're going to do with that one. So I guess what you do is you just, like I said, I've never done this before, so you put it down in there, you suck this up, and then you just also, I've heard that you score this in a way like this. I've heard to help the seasoning get in there. So we score this. I hope you can see how I'm doing this. Okay. One direction. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to score it this other direction. It helps to have a sharp knife. I just so happen to have a sharp knife that I was given as a gift. That's a little extreme, but you see how I got the diamond pattern going on there? I'm going to continue that down here. Now I probably don't have to cut this very deep down here, but you cut that like that. Okay. Now we'll go ahead, and I'm just going to inject in each one of these tabs here. I'll just stick that in there and see that, I guess. You can see it start filling up. I might have scored it a little bit too much, but I'm not too worried about it. And we'll score it a couple other places here. And then I'll just keep injecting this like this. And until I'm done with this one here. Alright, so I have this one all injected now. I'm going to move in over here, out of the way. I'm going to grab another pan and do the other portion of the loin. Bear with me. Okay, and this one we're using the roasted garlic, no. We're using the Cajun style butter injection. Okay, we're going to score this the same way, although I'm not going to cut it as deep as the other one. Went a little bit deep on that other one, which is fine. Just score that till you see meat down there. Get through that fat layer of fat on the top, like that. And then turn it and do it back this way. I made those a little more elongated, but that's fine. We'll just go ahead and get this thing injected here. Okay. More here. I don't know if you can see that. Wait. I'm hanging on to. I'm putting this like all over this thing. I want that inside to be nice and juicy. Okay. So now we have this one injected. Now we're going to go ahead and do the seasoning. Now, could use a binder. I don't need to use a binder, of course, as you can tell. But some people use binders like mustard or olive oil, that kind of thing. I'm not going to do that. This has paprika, garlic, salt, garlic powder, thing, this seasoning. And I'm gonna wash my hands again here, so I can pull out of the shaker. Okay, so let's get this seasoned up. I don't want to put too much on here, but I don't want to get it all around it. Get the ends, the sides. Put a little extra on the top so that it works its way down into that meat. Okay, I'll move this one over here, grab the other one. Okay, this one, boy. And now we'll get this one seasoned up here. Get that seasoning down in those cuts. That'll be good to help with the inside, right? Okay. Well, now we have them both seasoned up here. Bring the other one over here. Alright, both all seasoned up. We're going to let them sit here for a little bit and let that seasoning work its way into the meat. We're going to go out and check the smoker, get everything set up for that, and once that gets up to about 250 degrees, that's when we're going to put the pork loin on. So here we go. I got the grill fire going pretty good there. See, the smoke isn't too heavy. 257 is where we're at, so let me get the pork. So I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but here they are. And what we're going to do, we'll get them put on there, and then in about an hour or so, hour and a half, we'll come out and we'll spritz them down with probably just some plain distilled water. I don't know, maybe I'll do apple cider vinegar, but anyway, let's get these put on. Okay, it's about 1:20, so it's been about 40 minutes. We're still right about 255. Number one is the cooker. Number one is a cooker. Number two is roasted garlic and herb, and number three is the Cajun butter, I believe, if I remember right. Anyway, we're going to open this up and we're going to give this a spritz. Ooh, looking good. Look at that. We're just got plain water. We're going to spray this, not douse it. Hold on just a second. I'll let you stare at those for a while. I can figure out this sprayer. There we go. We're just going to spray this down, kind of give it, see, it just got started to dry out a little bit. And so, my arm out of the way there. Just enough to wet them down, kind of cool them off a little bit, get a little moisture to that skin there. It looks like loaves of bread, doesn't it, almost? Anyway, looking really good. We'll keep you up to date. Heat resistant. I'm going to switch it completely around here. It is filling firm though. This is the fatty one. This is the meaty one here. This is the, I'm going to go get the other probe. So the alarm went off, 145, 147. You just saw it blink off. But anyway, I'm going to go pull them off. It's saying we're at 145, so I'm going to spritz them and give them just a few more minutes here. Sorry about the. This one's saying we're at 145. This one's saying we're at 143. I'm going to spritz them. I'm going to cook them a little bit longer just to be, I don't know, safe, I guess. Just, I don't know. Anyway, let me close that up and get ready to bring those in. Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't get any better. Whoa, those look nice. They smell great. Took them off. They're both alarms went off about 147. I probed them with a manual probe, I guess you could say, temperature probe, and they tested out at 145. So we're right on. We're gonna let these set here just a few minutes, and then we're gonna get into them, cut them open, see how juicy they are. In the meantime, we're going to get some baked potatoes going and maybe some green beans from the garden and have ourselves a fine meal. So I'll be right back. Okay, as you can tell, I've put some aluminum foil on here while they were sitting here. They've been sitting here about 30 minutes, give or take. So let's go ahead and I kind of want to get into these. So let's remove the foil here, and they sure smell good and look awful tasty. So what we're going to do first here, we got two different. It's the same pork one, but we got two different seasonings. On the one here in the back, I have the roasted garlic, and here I have the Cajun butter. So what we'll do here first, I want to get into the one that has the roasted garlic here, okay, and let me get this. I get my mitten off, my grill mitten, and then we're just going to go ahead and cut right into this, right down the center. I'm just going to use my hands here and see how that looks. Oh, looks awful good there. I'm going to go ahead and slice it really thin here because we want these for sandwiches. We could cut them thicker for chops if we wanted. I'm going to cut some of this in. It's got a nice smoke ring on it. Looks really, really good, really tasty. Let me try this here. Really, really tangy. Garlicky, of course. Tastes pretty good. So now what we'll do, we'll go ahead and I'm going to move this one over here and we'll get the other one over here. This is the one that has the Cajun butter. That turned out nice. Nice smoke ring on it. It's just leaking juice there. Cut it really thin here as well. And cut ourselves a nice piece of this off here. Give this a taste. I like that Cajun butter. I like that better than the garlic and herb, roasted garlic and herb. That's good. I don't know if you saw my reaction when I tasted the roasted garlic and herb. I was a little confused on the taste here. Let me bring this over here. This is the roasted garlic and herb. This is the Cajun. Two different tastes, but I definitely prefer the Cajun butter. So anyway, there you have it. Pork loin on the grill, on the Smoky Joe. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and leave some comments. Really appreciate the support. And as always, God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.